boys and girls, babies in your diapers. Welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Hoy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today, we're going to talk about some very awesome stuff. We have a cool video game about building words, a great book about pronghorns, and we have a totally awesome guest. Today, we have the one, the only, the amazing Deb Woodrow. Deb is a licensed massage therapist. She runs her own company called Soul to Soul Massage, and she also runs a health food store.
Yes, I actually am lucky to have two great jobs that I enjoy, and they have a lot to do with each other. I manage a health food store 30 hours a week, and I do about 20 to 25 hours of massage a week as well, so it's a really good balance for me.
Wow. So today we're going to start off with the video game of the week, and this is going to be a bomb!
A bomb!
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
Today's video game is Word Bomb. This is a game on the Roblox platform. It was made by OMG Go. Because it is on Roblox, you're able to play it on PC, Mac, Xbox, and even your cell phone. These guys have also made Burst and Booyah, which are both in the alpha stage. So the game starts and you see a circle of people already playing a game. This is a great way to learn how to play. You have to wait until the game is over so you can join. There's no graphics and just an image of a person in a circle that is playing and what looks like a clock in the middle with a bomb, a timer, and an arrow pointing to the person whose turn it is. So how the game is played is that the computer gives you 2 or 3 letters like R-E, and then you have to make a word that includes those letters in that order. So you can type R or fire or record. Once a word is used in the game, it cannot be used again. It just clicks and you have to try another word. There's a time limit, so you want to be fast. So if you are not fast enough, the bomb goes boom, and you lose 1 heart.
Oh no.
The good news is that you start the game with 2 hearts,
Okay, cool.
and you have a second chance. Each time everyone gets a turn, the timer goes faster and faster till there are 2 people left.
Wow.
That might be you.
Could
Then
be.
here comes sudden death
Uh-oh.
round. The bomb has a skull on it. The next person who does not answer in time is out of the game, no matter how many lives you have
Oh,
left.
wow. Tough rules.
Yeah. I give Word Bomb 7 out of 10 stars because it is still a fun game without needing fancy graphics. But I'm not that fast at typing, so other people always win. I may know the word I want to use, but I can't type it fast enough.
Oh.
Sometimes I don't even know how to spell it.
Uh-oh.
Like determination.
Yeah.
Sorry for those Undertale lovers.
That's a tough one.
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties. Contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. And now it's time for the book of the week, Getting to Know Nature's Children, Pronghorns. This book was written by Elma Scummacher. Let me read to the back of the book. In fact, Deb, would you like to do the honors?
Yes, thank you very much. Everything you ever wanted to know about pronghorns. This book describes the physical characteristics, habits, and habitats of pronghorns.
This is an epic is worth 0.5 points or half a point. It's rated for 5th grade and 5th month. This is a great series about everything nature. This is an old book series, so they may be hard to find. My dad found this on eBay and bought me the entire series.
That's really cool. All the animals?
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Animals. This is not like my normal books. This is not fiction. Instead, it's more of a resource book, kind of like a dictionary, but instead it's all about pronghorns. If you ever wanted to know anything about pronghorns, this is the book to read. For those that don't know about pronghorns, they look like a deer, but are not related to deer in any way. In fact, they have no close relatives anywhere in the world.
None?
Yet none.
Wow.
So at 2 days old, a baby pronghorn already knows how to run.
Whoa.
We don't know how to do
We don't
that
know how to
at
do
2
that
days
at 2
old.
days. No way.
By 3 days old, they are faster than a human. Can you believe that?
Wow. Pretty cool.
The pronghorn are listed as the second fastest animal in the world.
Do you know what the first fastest is?
Cheetah.
Ha! Me! I knew that too. Okay.
Most pronghorns live in the western United States and Mexico. They have a very special coat that keep them warm in the winter, and when they use special muscles, makes the hair move so the cool breezes can move through during the spring.
How about
Well,
that?
it does shed its coat in the summer, so
Okay.
yeah. I won't tell you everything, but this is a great resource if you want to know that pronghorns live in our herd and have babysitters.
Babysitters?
Yep.
Wow, that must be cool.
One young mother could be taking out 10 to 12 baby pronghorns, so their mothers can have to break.
10 to 12. No, that's too many kids for me. Sorry. What do you score it? What's it score?
I say 10 out of 10 stars because I enjoy learning everything I ever wanted to know about pronghorns and explained a lot of questions that I didn't even know that I had. I like that they are awesome runners too.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Almost fast as a cheetah. Very neat. Well, I will have to check this book out.
See Tiberius Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. And that's time for the interview of an interesting person. Today it's just going to be so much fun to maybe have the one, the only, the amazing Deb Woodrow. Deb is a licensed massage therapist, and she runs her own company called Soul to Soul Massage. She also runs a health food store.
Yes, actually, I run St. Cloud Health Foods in St. Cloud, Florida, which is where my office is.
Okay.
And I'm really lucky because I have 2 great jobs that I really enjoy. They're kind of sort of related to each other, but
Kind of.
it's really cool.
So first off, how are you enjoying being on the show?
It's great. It's a lot of fun.
So now so my listeners can understand what exactly does a massage therapist do?
Well, a massage therapist does a lot of different things, but I have a really great idea. If you're up for it, I brought my chair, and I'd like to show you what a massage is. What do you think of that?
I think it's pretty cool.
All right, let me get that chair and roll it in here. I just happen to have it. All right, here's what you need to do. You're going to come and sit like you're sitting on a horse. So your butt's going to go there, and your knees are going to go on the knee pads.
Okay.
All right, what do you think of that?
I think that's pretty cool.
Okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about massage. Massage has been around a really, really, really long time. And for someone to become a massage therapist, they have to go to school for it. I went to school for a full year, and then you have to take a test that the state of Florida has for you. So you have to know a lot of anatomy and physiology, you learn all about the body, you learn about medical history and medical concerns. You learn about all the different types of jobs and work that you can have as a therapist. And it's really pretty cool.
So how is this different that when I try to give my mom a massage?
Well, when you give somebody that you care about a massage, it feels good, just like a professional massage does. But the difference is we know what muscles we're touching and working with. So if somebody's hurting, we know exactly how to work on what they have going on with their bodies.
Okay. So why do people need to have a massage?
Well, I think the number one reason, and everybody can identify with this, is stress. Massage is an excellent stress reliever because it gives you a person a time to kick back and be quiet and relax without noises and outside things going on. And it's also excellent for pain relief. So pain and stress are the top two reasons.
Wow. So what is the best part about being a massage therapist?
Well, the best part about being a massage therapist is you have an awful lot of freedom with your time. There's a lot of different hours you can work, a lot of different ways that you can work, a lot of different locations. I mean, you can work in anything from a 5-star hotel or resort in a fancy spa. You can work on cruise boats. You can open your own business if you like, which is what I did. And then there's a lot of work in the medical profession, like for chiropractors, physical therapy centers, hospitals. So it's a field that has a lot of opportunities, and it's growing more and more every day, especially with all the stress that we have going on in the world.
So have you ever worked on someone famous, and were you nervous?
Once, and yes, I was. It was a very, very tall basketball player, and of course my table was a lot shorter than they were, and it was in their home, which made me kind of nervous. I was afraid I'd break something or knock it down, but they were very happy with the massage they received, and I did not treat them any different than anybody else that would get on my table.
So what's the hardest part about being a massage therapist?
For me, being quiet. I'm a very talkative person, and when I decided to go into massage, my mother said, "Can you shut up for an hour?" And yeah, I can. I can actually shut up for several hours at a time, and for me, it's just as peaceful to be quiet and work on someone as it is for the person on the table.
So does everyone kind of get the same massage?
No, they may get the same massage strokes and similar techniques, but based on what's going on with the person, if they're there because they're in pain, an older person might get a lighter touch than a young person. Athlete's going to get worked on harder than, say, a person just coming in that just maybe a new mom that just wants some time alone to relax.
Okay. So why do some people want soft massages and other hard? And what's the difference?
Well, kind of like some people like fruits and some people like vegetables. Everybody has a different way that they like to be touched. So it's really important when we put someone on the table that we talk about what type of pressure do you like. Are you a person that likes lighter touch, or are you a person that likes really strong, like an athletic type of touch?
Okay, so sometimes people are in a chair like this, but with their clothes on, and sometimes they are flat, like on the table with a towel. But which way is better?
Well, they both have really great reasons for it. For instance, in a chair, I can take this chair anywhere. I can go to events and festivals that are outside. I can be in an office working on a group of people. Sometimes bosses treat their employees to that. Hint, hint, it's a really good, fun thing to do. And a lot of times when people are not comfortable, perhaps, with being partially clothed around a stranger, they do better starting with chair massage till they are comfortable with you, know that you're a professional, and understand the services you offer. With a table, you have a little more access to the whole body. For instance, I can't work on legs really well in a chair, or if someone has low back problems, they do a lot better on the table.
Okay. So now your bio says you also run a health food store. Can you tell me about that?
I do, and it's very interesting how it started. I actually started in the health food store doing chair massages on their big days, their sale days. And I got to know a lot about the store, and I got to know the store's owner, and he actually was a licensed massage therapist at one point. And because I was good with people, he said, "Hey, would you be interested in a part-time job?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I'm very busy. I already have a business." But I decided why not, because it really was a lot of fun. And it went from being, 1 day a week, working with people in retail, and then 2 days, and I'm actually there 30 hours a week now, and I managed the store for the last 4 years.
Pretty cool. So what is the coolest part about working at the store?
The knowledge. It's amazing how so many natural things work to make people feel better, to help their bodies heal and keep them from being sick, keeping them healthy, that you don't always have to use pharmaceuticals. You can do it naturally if you choose.
Okay. So what is pharmaceuticals?
Pharmaceuticals are man-made drugs. I do believe in medicine, and I do certainly believe that pharmaceuticals can heal people, but it's unfortunate that a lot of people in today's society aren't given the option of trying natural medicine first. So we try to educate people about their choices and want everyone to do what's best for them in their circumstances.
Okay. So if you could go back 10 years and tell yourself something, what would it be?
Wow, that's a tough question, but I think if I had to go back 10 years, I would tell myself to save more money. In this field, we do often make a lot of cash, and if I had even saved, say 5% of it, or even $25 a week, I certainly would have a nice little chunk of change in the bank.
So what advice would you give my listeners if they want to grow up and be a massage therapist?
Well, I would tell them that it's an excellent field. Before I decided to do it, I actually went out and asked to meet therapists that worked in my community so that I could understand what a massage was and what they did. And you also have to be a pretty good student. And the reason for that is there's a lot of anatomy and physiology, which means you have to remember all the names of all the bones in the body, all the muscles and tissues. So it can be a little bit tough, but if you're truly called to be a therapist, you'll be just fine.
So what is the craziest thing that you have run into while being a massage therapist?
Oh, well, it's actually kind of funny. I had someone come in that had a false leg, artificial leg. I'm not really sure what the right word is for it. And they didn't tell me. And of course, when they were on the table, they were under the covers. And when I went to move that leg, it fell off the table. And they actually thought it was hilarious, and I just screamed and jumped back. So it was like a real big shocker. Can you imagine that? Somebody's leg falling off when you have them on the table? No. So that's the weirdest.
So what do you enjoy more, being a massage therapist or running the health food store?
Wow. I love both. And as I said earlier, I'm so lucky to have two jobs that I really enjoy. For the long term in the future, the health food store is that, because massage is very physical, and just like any sport, sometimes when you get older, it gets a little harder to do it. So at my 14th year as a therapist, I can't seem to quite do as many massages as I did when I first started in the field and was a lot younger.
So what was the biggest mistake you ever made, and how did it change you as a person?
Oh, the biggest mistake I made, I got married. And I can honestly say he was a good person. We didn't hate each other. We're actually friends now. But I knew as I was getting ready to walk down the aisle, I didn't want to do it. And everybody just told me, oh, Deb, you're just a scared bride. But it was more than that, and it obviously didn't work out. But like I said, there's no hard feelings. He's a good man. He's got a wonderful new wife that I happen to like a lot. And my life is pretty cool, too.
So when we're not running the store or doing massages, what do you do for fun?
I love to go to the beach. I am a beach baby. I will go day or night. I read books a lot.
So do you play video games, and what's your favorite one?
Well, I have a really stupid video game on my phone. Yeah, it's a game with bears. I can't remember the name of it, but they're just all kinds of matching things, and the bears do silly stuff. You move to different levels. I've been playing it for ever since Candy Crush was invented, but I didn't like Candy Crush. I like the bears better.
Okay, so what is your favorite book to read?
Oh gosh, I like J.R. Tolkien. I read all the Hobbit series. I read them first time when I was in 4th grade, the whole trilogy. Wow. And then as an adult, I reread them, and let me tell you, they were 10 times better as an adult than they were as a kid.
Wow. Okay. Now can you tell me that one story? Remember, this is a kid's show, but that one story, well, that you're not supposed to tell me about. Come on, you can tell me.
One story I'm not supposed to tell you about. Well, it is a kid's show. We decided to play hooky from school one time when we were in high school, but we were so dumb that we called on our own phones. So when we called the school, they knew that we weren't calling from our parents' phone number. Back then, they did not have cell phones. It was that long ago. So I pretended to be my mom, Mrs. Woodrow, and then I proceeded to use the same number to call in for Mrs. Jack. Dolores was my good friend. And we went off to the mall and thought, hee, nobody will ever know. But guess what? They immediately called my mom, and my mom came down to the mall, and she was not happy. And then she called my friend's mom, too. So that's one of those silly things. Don't ever skip school.
Okay. So is there anything I should say my listeners should know about you?
I have a cat. Her name's April, and she's 10, and she was adopted from an older lady who was going in a nursing home and couldn't keep her kitty. So she needed a home, and she had a second kitty cat that I actually had my sister adopt, because my sister has 5 cats, and she thought, why not one more? So that might be a little bit interesting. Oh, and I skydove once, so that is really cool, too.
Well, what does skydove mean?
Skydove. Skydove is skydiving, where you go up in an airplane. And I went up and I did, in Florida, the highest jump that they let you do is 18,000 feet. And I got to tell you, it was really cool. I thought I'd be scared, but I wasn't. I understand why birds like to fly, and if I could ever be anything else in life, I'd probably say I want to be a bird.
Okay. So do you have a website or Facebook for my listeners who want to follow you?
Absolutely. My business website, or my business Facebook page, is Soul to Soul Massage. And there's more than one Soul to Soul out there, but mine is in St. Cloud, Florida. And St. Cloud Health Foods, there's also more than one St. Cloud Health Foods, because we have St. Cloud, Minnesota, but we're St. Cloud Health Foods in Florida. So we are on Facebook.
Okay. So what is that one question that you think I forgot to ask you?
The one question you forgot to ask me, maybe, how long have I known you?
How long have you known me?
I knew you when you were just a thought process. I have known your mom and dad for a lot of years, and I know how badly they wanted to have a baby. They weren't particular about a boy or a girl, but you turned out to be pretty cool as far as I'm concerned. So I've known you a long time.
Well, thank you, Deb, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for Math Corners?
Ooh, Math Corners. Math is my weakest subject, but absolutely. So when you go to get out of the chair, just be careful. You're kind of like stepping off a horse, so come up full-faced.
Yes, I know.
And leg up and leg over, and you did that perfectly. Now we'll move this back out of the way. Whee!
That was fun.
Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now to get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
And now it's time for Math Corners. Thank you so much, Deb, for helping me with Math Corners. Today, we're going to talk about scientific notation. I was doing my Excel.com math problems, and, well, we ran into scientific notation, and it looked really complicated. I didn't know what to do it, but after I tried it, it turned out to be pretty easy.
Okay.
So this is a way to talk about really large numbers, like 130 million.
Okay, that's big.
That is a 1 and a 3 and 7 zeros.
Wow.
That is actually a lot of zeros.
Yeah.
So, first you find the coefficient. Well, this is the number that is greater than 1 but less than 10. The rest of it is called the base. This is how much you move the decimal point. So, for example, 130 million, the coefficient is 1.3. See, it is greater than 1 but less than 10. But to do that, we have to move the decimal point 8 times. So the base is 10 to the 8th power. You can write the time symbol and the number 10 and the 8. And it's really small to the upper right of the 10. Oh, if you really want to be fancy, you can also write 1.3 and then put down the letter E and then a plus sign and then the power factor of 8. It would be like 1.3e plus 8. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
But you can always check your work if you take 1.3 times 10 to the 8th power, or you times 1.3 by 10 8 times. Then you get 130 million. So now it is much easier to work with the number. It is used a lot in working with math and space. So Deb, do you now know all about scientific notation?
Yeah, I sure do. I did not know that. I don't remember learning that, but it's been a long time since I've been in school.
True. Well, thank you so much, Deb, for your help with Math Corners.
You're welcome. That was fun. I learned something.
And that's time for the Heart of a Lion. As you know, we talk about the qualities of living by the Heart of a Lion, which stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and ability. This week, we're going to talk about obedience. For me, I think obedience is being fully committed to doing what is pleasing to God. The qualities of obedience are compliance with a good attitude and respect for the laws. You know, and someone is being as obedient when they follow instructions willingly and thoroughly. So this week, I really did not want to do my reading. But my dad said we had to do 2 radio shows this week. And they were very important guests. So I really can't do reviews of books that I have not read. So I had to take the time to read 2 whole books. So I read a book about Pronghorns, which I reviewed with you today.
You did.
And I read a comic book, which I have for my next guest today. I found a way to be obedient and get the task done while having fun and learning new things. It is hard to do things you don't want to do.
Yes.
But if you do find a way to make it some fun, it makes it a lot easier. I just want to do the book reviews. And I just don't want to have to read the book. Really. I really like to think I'm pretty smart, but so far, I have not found a way to get around reading the book first. So I read the book and wrote the review, and then my guest gets to say if they wanted to go read it one day. Either way, my dad is happy that I'm learning something. Deb, did you see or use obedience at all this week?
Yes. Obedience, as you said, is doing things when you don't necessarily want to do them. Mm-hmm. So when asked to do something at the store, sometimes I'm like, oh, I just really don't want to do that. But I know it's important to my boss who owns the store, and there's a reason he asked me to do it. So by doing it for him, not because I want to do it, but because he sees that it's important, doing the things he asked me to do, that's a good example of obedience.
Well, of all the Heart of a Lion virtues, which is your favorite?
I'd have to say leadership.
Well, why?
Well, I kind of think I'm a leader. That might sound funny, but as a person who likes to lead, it's important that you understand leadership and how that it works, and that you lead by example. So, okay, by doing the things that I'm asked to do and showing obedience, that's a good way for me to be able to learn to be a good leader. Because if you can't follow others, you can't expect people to follow you when the time comes.
It's true. And we should always try and be lion strong in everything we do.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, the amazing Deb Woodrow for being my special guest this week.
Thank you.
It has been so much fun talking with you today. And maybe one day I can visit your shop and get another one of those amazing massages.
I would love to have you. That would be really great. You're welcome to call and set an appointment, because that's how we work. You can't just knock on my door and show up, as people often try to. But by appointment, we'd certainly get you worked in, young man. And social media, I am on social media on Facebook as Soul to Soul Massage, spelling SOUL, the number 2, and then SOLE Massage. And again, it's St. Cloud, Florida. And St. Cloud Health Foods is St. Cloud Health Foods, also St. Cloud, Florida.
And be sure to listen to us next week on the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius!
Yes!
Whoa!
The Tiberius Show
All right.
is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer Joseph Boyd. Production editor Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager Danny Boyd. And your program host, Tiberius Boy. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.